Looking for the best smartphone under 17,000 rupees? Whether you're into gaming, photography, streaming, or simply want great value, these phones are killing it in 2025. I've got 5 feature-packed phones that deliver flagship-level features without the flagship price. Let's jump in and find your next upgrade. First up, the Realme P35G. Launched on March 19, 2025, this one's a fan favorite. You get a gorgeous 6.67-inch AMOLED eSport display with a buttery-smooth 120Hz refresh rate and a blazing peak brightness of 2000 nits. It's powered by India's first Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 5G chipset with up to 8 GB of RAM and a whopping 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage. That means smooth multitasking, 90 FPS gaming in BGMI, and lightning-fast app launches. The rear features a 50-megapixel dual camera with a 2-megapixel depth lens, and the 16-megapixel selfie camera captures sharp, vibrant portraits. It's built to last with an IP69 rating, maker-inspired design, and a massive 6,000 mAh battery. Top it off with 45-watt Super VUC charging, Android 15, and Realme UI 6.0, and you've got a budget beast. Next, the Samsung Galaxy M55 S5G. Launched on September 23, 2024, this phone brings premium power at a sweet price. You get a big 6.7-inch Super AMOLED display, Full HD Plus resolution, 120Hz refresh rate, and 1000 nits of brightness. Perfect for everything from scrolling to streaming. It runs on the Snapdragon 7 Gen 1 chip with 8 GB of RAM, up to 16 GB with virtual expansion, and up to 256 GB of storage. And the cameras, they're incredible. A 50-megapixel OIS main sensor, an 8-megapixel ultra-wide, and a 2-megapixel macro on the back, plus a massive 50-megapixel selfie camera up front. Add in a 5,000 mAh battery, 45-watt fast charging, and Samsung's long-term software support, 4 years of OS updates, 5 years of security patches. Starting around $19.99, often available with discounts, this is a smart choice for the long haul. Let's talk about the Tecno Curve 5G. Launched on May 29, this phone is turning heads with its design and display. You get a 6.78-inch 3D curved AMOLED screen, Full HD Plus resolution, 144Hz refresh rate, and 1300 nits peak brightness. Protected by Gorilla Glass 5, it's as premium as it looks. It's powered by the Dimensity 7300 Ultimate chip with up to 8 GB of RAM, 128 GB of UFS 2.2 storage, and virtual RAM support. This thing flies. The rear houses a 64-megapixel Sony sensor, while the front has a 13-megapixel selfie shooter, and yes, it supports 4K video. At just 7.45mm thin, with a 5500 mAh battery and 45-watt fast charging, it's India's slimmest curved phone with massive battery backup. Running Android 15 with iOS 15, it also comes with Tecno's Ella AI voice assistant, and even support for 22 Indian languages. Starting at just 15,999, it's a hidden gem. And finally, the Oppo K35G. Launched in April 2025, this phone brings flagship-grade performance to the mid-budget segment. The display, a 6.67-inch AMOLED panel with 120Hz refresh rate and 1200 nits brightness. It even works with wet touch mode, so you can swipe even with water on your hands. It runs on the Snapdragon 6 Gen 4, paired with 8 GB of RAM and up to 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage. Add a massive vapor chamber and graphite sheet for cooling, and you've got a serious gaming machine. The camera setup includes a 50-megapixel main shooter, a 2-megapixel depth lens, and a 16-megapixel front camera. With features like AI Clarity Enhancer and AI Eraser, your shots are always sharp. And powering it all is a 7,000 mAh battery with blazing fast 80-watt Super VUC charging, 62% in just 30 minutes. Priced at just $17,999 with extras like IP65 protection, Android 15, and ColorOS 15. This is a serious contender. Coming in hot, the iQOO Z10X 5G. Launched in April 2025, this phone is all about balanced power. It features a 6.72-inch Full HD Plus LCD display with a 120Hz refresh rate and up to 1050 nits peak brightness. Under the hood is the MediaTek Dimensity 7300 with up to 8 GB of RAM, 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage, and 8 GB of virtual RAM. Apps, games, multitasking, it handles them all with ease. There's a 50-megapixel main camera and a 2-megapixel depth sensor on the back and an 8-megapixel front camera. Tough build? Check. It's IP64 rated and MIL-STD 810H certified. And the battery, a massive 6500 mAh cell with 44-watt fast charging, 2-day battery life with light use. Starting at just $13,499, the iQOO Z10X is all about value. So let's recap. For gaming and endurance, go with the Oppo K35G. For esports display and performance, try the Realme P35G. For best selfie and rear cameras, pick the Samsung Galaxy M55. For style and curves, choose the Tecno Curve 5G. And for unbeatable value, grab the iQOO Z10X. No matter your style, your budget, or your favorite feature, there's something here for everyone. So which one is calling your name? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to follow for more smart tech pics.